Hi, if you're new to my channel, my name is Cindy and I make lifestyle type videos, beauty, hair, makeup, exercise, healthy mukbangs, pet videos, just anything that I feel like doing. So if that's the kind of thing you like, be sure and subscribe. But today I did a video where I showed you how I did this eye look. I picked up some palettes, Pat McGrath palettes off Mercari. So if you want to see how I did this look, keep watching. Hi guys, Cindy here. So today we're going to try out a Pat McGrath palette. I got this off Mercari. To be honest, I'd never even heard of her, didn't know anything about it because, I'd been wearing like drugstore makeup and I'd had a few subscription boxes and that kind of makeup. And so I didn't know about high-end makeup. Now, I don't know what years these are. I looked at the back. I could not find a year it was. So, I know very little about her. I got this one too. And I tried this one yesterday. We're not going to do this one today because I'm wearing red, white, and blue. And yesterday I tried to have some green and, this shimmer, and I put in a little dark blue and it just all turned out blue. And I couldn't even see the green. And so I don't know if it's the way I did it. We're going to give it another try, but not today. We're going to use this one. I think I paid about $20 plus postage and stuff for them. So they was, probably about $30 each out of my pocket. So anyway, let's get going. We'll just leave that one here. I do have some moisturizer on. I did my skincare. I did one coat of City Lips. And excuse me, before I leave today, I'll do another coat. And then I'll put on one, but I don't. Okay, so I got this because I'm trying to avoid lip filler anymore. One, it's expensive. Two, I just burn through the filler. It's only been 4 months, And granted, I had a lip lift, but it's only been 4 months and it's already, you can't see the results. And the last time someone new did my Botox, because I'm still going to the same place, but the old injector, for whatever reason, she moved on. And the Botox got messed up and I had a droopy eye for a while, and that kind of scared me. Botox is temporary. If they mess that up, it's just for a few months. But if they mess this up, you could get some occlusions or just, lose part of your face. And so I don't want that. And I'm still going to let her do my Botox. And, I'm not saying I'll never get lip filler again. I'm just kind of nervous about it right now. You know, I definitely want to wait till she gets a little better. I mean, I'm not saying she's not any good, and I'm not even saying that it was her fault. It could have been the product that caused it. Anyway, so let's get going. Take off my glasses. So I just got my plain old Walmart brushes. Cinch Beauty does have a palette coming out today, and so I might pick up those brushes. They're kind of pricey, but everyone seems to be happy about them on YouTube. So, and if I ever do buy any more Pat McGrath, I'm not paying full price. I'll get it off Mercari or something like that. And even Cinch Beauty, that palette's going to be $45, and then you have to pay $8 postage. So even that, I was thinking, but I guess indie makeup's just expensive, and it's good quality makeup's just expensive. So I'm wiping it off. So I'm going to use it. This is kind of a maroon color, and I can't tell you the names because I can't see them. And plus, they're on the back anyway. I'll post it up here. If you guys can remember, y'all can do it. I like this because it's got the blush and stuff in it too. I saw some lady, she's doctor something or other. She kind of didn't think that was a good idea because I guess she was just like a real Pat McGrath fan, and she said, well, if you have the blushes, you don't need that. But some people that's new that don't have the blushes, they wouldn't need it. And I'm just using this It's kind of a maroon color. I'm wearing red, white, and blue today. I didn't want to wear blue another day. And then next time I do wear blue, I'm going to try to get that green to come out a little bit more and see what I did. We might do that tomorrow if y'all think y'all would like to see that. But anyway, y'all tell me by looking at the package if there's any Pat McGrath. Tell me what years this is. And another thing too, with me getting them on Mercari, we just don't know how old they are. And they say they have like an 18-month or 12-month shelf life. So maybe that has something to do with it too. But some of the people that, the real Pat McGrath fans, they keep their old palettes. They're definitely keeping them more than 18 years. For this new one that people's been talking about, has been, and this does have a mirror. So I can use that instead of trying to use the iPad mirror or the mirror behind that. I've got a big mirror that I get ready with in the morning in the bathroom. And I've got my little bitty iPad mini up. And so I can look at the iPad mini or the mirror behind. But it is not as good as my 5X mirror. And so let's see if we can blend this out. And I don't have any primer on. I don't have primer. I don't have any. I could buy some if I thought I needed it. But I've used it before and it didn't make any difference. The only way it'd make any difference is if you wanted to do an eyeball look and to cover up this other color underneath it. So we got a pretty purple here. I don't think you can see it in the light. And then there's a pretty reddish color. Since we're wearing red, white, and blue, I do love purple. I don't know that I'm going to use that, but I could. Okay, here's what they swatch out as. And on my skin, this is what they swatch out as. What do y'all think? Although I just have to make my decision to keep with it because this is not a live chat. Okay, let's just do a little bit more, see if we can get this out a little bit more. I was trying to not copy, but do makeup like some of the other people. And, for me and my face, I just think the same old way I've been doing it forever works out better. There's one girl, Heather, she does a good job sometimes. All the time. And her look might look okay on me. So on this one, if we had a light, we could put it in the corner, but we don't. So they've got these kind of shimmers in the nude color. We're going to just stick with the red since I'm wearing red, white, and blue. I might have should have did purple. It's too late. Maybe not. Let's see. Let's see if we can. It just all looks the same color. Let's see if we can get that off. I'm not going to use any micellar water or anything because it'll be kind of greasy. We just use a little bit of water. We're going to use the purple. I'm not saying I will never use that, but that might look better with something else. So we're going to use the purple. I guess you can go either way. It just depends on what your preference is. And my preference was not that pink on the maroon. I really like the way that Heather does it, like kind of light in the inner corner and then a darker color. But we don't really seem we have anything. I could have done this yellowy color. We've already started the purple. Let me get my 5X mirror. Okay, so we're gonna try to do some under eye stuff now, and then when we get our face makeup on, we'll do some more. We can either do this brown or stick with the red or mix them, do a little of each. Let's put the brown on. Let's put the red, the dark red back on. See around here at the top? I don't know if that's just the way my brow bone goes, but it doesn't seem super smooth. It may be because I'm just older and the eyes are sunk in more. Now, did I use the same thing? No, I didn't. It doesn't matter. We'll be fine. So I'm gonna put a little bit more red underneath here. I think I started off with brown. We'll put some brown on the others. I lost track of what I was doing. Let's darken this up. Okay, so let's see if we can kind of smooth this out a little bit. I'm wearing red, white, and blue, but the red is just red. Oh well. I kind of, when I was young, we never did where we were blues and greens and stuff like this. We didn't start the pinks and the reds until, recent years. I'll be honest, I don't see what the big deal is about the Pat McGrath. Maybe it's the formula. I don't know. Well, I'm kind of making a mess here. Maybe it was that brown. I'm going to put a little white on the top. Not white, neutral color or peach. This just a little. Just try to get some of that dark off the top of here. Just a powder color. Because I don't like the color all the way up to my eyebrows. So I don't know. So now then for a highlighter, I wonder if this would go with it. It's kind of a yellowy color. It looks like it would go better with the browns. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to use some highlighter that I got from Dollar General. I forgot what is, believe. I've had it a few years. In fact, I forget I have it a lot of times. I hadn't used very much, but it's not been manhandled or abused, but the package is already torn up. So just a little highlighter. And we'll probably touch it up too. So, how do y'all like that? Of course, it's going to look better when we get the foundation on. So let's do some eyelashes. I've got a used pair. I think I wore these yesterday, maybe even the day before. And this will be the third time wearing them. I wear my lashes, if I can, about 4 or 5 times, maybe more. But if they start getting glue and stuff on them, I don't like that. But I don't wear real expensive lashes. The most expensive ones I wear is those Lashy Box ones. Because you figure, well, you had to pay like for the subscription plus the postage. And sometimes you'll get a good palette with it, and sometimes you won't. I'm not even positive I'm going to keep. See, we got that red on underneath, and we got brown. And we put the red on the top, but this purple has seemed to have overwhelmed it. So I just don't know. I don't know if I'll even buy any more Mercari at Pat McGrath. I'm not feeling it. But, you know, that may be what everyone likes. So let's do this. Okay, so now we're going to do one eye at a time. So I do better with that because it'll kind of dry a little bit. Okay, you know, I'm going to turn on another light. I got this ring light on. I got a ring light, so it might help the camera a little bit, but it's not necessarily helping me see any better. This is better. It's kind of like that shimmer just spreads all over and just takes over the eye, and that might be what everyone likes. And I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just like, not exactly what I was expecting. Maybe I'm just not used to it. I'm not used to luxury makeup. That's what it is. Okay, let's get the eyelash on. Okay, we got that lash on. And then there was someone else I watched, and I didn't subscribe to her. I don't think I've really subscribed to any of these people because I like indie brands, but I don't know that, you know, I'm the luxury makeup girl. But we'll see. You know, unless it came in a box or I got it off Mercari for real cheap. See if we can get this on good. It kind of stuck to the tweezers. Anyway, that red might have looked pretty. I just was not in the mood for it. I mean, the red shimmer, and we know it would have overtaken it. We'll try that again another day. Maybe we'll try it with some brown or something. Okay, so we got our lashes on. As good as it's gonna get. Now we're gonna put some face makeup on. I'm gonna try to be careful not to get it on my lips because I'm gonna use some more City Lips before I go to last all day. I did ask Copilot about the City Lips, how it worked, and he talked about hyaluronic acid, and it pretty much will only work as long as you're using it. And he says the effects just last a few hours. Someone I did a YouTube search on it, and someone posted saying that to use it at night. So I have been using it at night, my nighttime routine. You know, maybe the long-term use will help. I don't know. So just gonna use my hands. This bottle's almost out, but I got 2 more bottles. So let's get this scar. So it's been about a month since I got my lift lip. You people that watch through the whole videos, y'all get to hear about my lift lip and stuff. I don't tell it in the beginning because I really don't mind keeping it a secret. But some people I don't mind, but other people's, I just don't want to know, because they might judge or something, people from church and stuff like that. They say it's all vanity. Well, maybe it is. It makes me feel better. They go to the doctors all the time. They get stuff done all the time. I just try to take care of my body so what I get done can be cosmetic. Now, this is how old women used to put on makeup. We didn't have sponges and stuff. And I can understand them using them. They got the long nails and stuff like that. But, we spend so much money on makeup. We don't need to be buying little sponges. They get nasty. And so now let's put on a little setting powder and then we'll try this blush that went with it. Even my brushes, I try to wash those out and they take a long time to dry. And then you feel like you've never really got them that clean, or I don't. I use like makeup remover and try to wash it that way. Sometimes I make these videos, or not even making videos, just get ready in the morning. And then I'll see, oh, I missed some makeup somewhere and have to touch it up later. So I might not have every millimeter of my face covered. Okay. So let's try this blush now. What color are we going to use? This should go with the purple because it came with it. So let's kind of use, start off with the dark color. It's got a dark color and it's different. Let's show this Singe. I got some riveting rhubarb from Singe Beauty the other day and I really like that. So we're going to start off with the dark kind of at the bottom. And then maybe the light a little tap. And I just gave it one tap. And so there's probably some blush still left over. from. So I'm going to try to wipe the brush a little bit. And I did wipe the brush first. So we're going to try this lighter shade on top. And there's someone that I watch, and I went ahead, some of these, there's this one little lady that I watch. It's not so much that I think she does a good job or anything, as I just, you know, want to help her channel. I mean, she's younger than me. She's a lot younger than me, but she's disabled and she's got a little channel, and I can't even remember what her name. I think her name's Jasmine. And I definitely don't get any makeup tips for her, but I like to watch her unboxings, and it kind of helps their channel, so it doesn't hurt me to subscribe if that'll help her channel. So I did a little bit more of the brown, and then or the darker color, and we're gonna do a little bit more of the lighter color at top. I do kind of like having the two shades. I might need to order another blush. Instead of ordering those brushes, which I'm doing just fine with these Walmart brushes that I get for $9.95, I might order another blush in a lighter shade or something. So we got some blush. Now let's see about some more highlight. Oh, is it here? No. Where do we put it? Here it is. Let's do a little bit more highlight. And let me get my 5X mirror to look a little bit more. Well, with eyelashes on, it looks so much better. Everyone looks better with eyelashes. Even when I kind of mess these up, because I did two different colors. It's okay. Let's just take our little angle brush that we was using. We won't put nothing on it. Maybe we will. Okay, so I'm going to take the little angle brush and put a little bit more red underneath on each one. Or dark red, that dark maroon red. I just tapped it. Now I'm going to tap the brown and do another brown. Try to at least get them looking a little bit closer to each other. Okay, now then, what else damage can we do? We need something in the inner corner. I don't know that this is going to match though, although we did do some brown, so it might. Let's see if I have another little brush here. Okay, we're going to use this color. Sometimes it's pinky, sometimes it's, I don't know what color it is. It's hard to tell. We'll go ahead and do that in the inner corner because we did use some brown. I really can't tell how that looks without my 5X, but we'll see in a second. It kind of blends in a little bit with the purple. Do y'all like that? So we're going to use our Dollar General highlighter and do a little bit more highlighter over the eyes. And a little bit of highlighter on top of this. Alrighty. So let's see if we can wipe any foundation or something off our lips. Because I'm going to use that City Lips, and if I don't want it to get the bottle get nasty, that's gross. Because it's clear right now, it's white, and I want it to stay that way. And then later on, I might put some of my, kind of rosy colored lip balm. But anyway, so hopefully we got that off, and I'm not going to transfer any powder or anything. And I just use one dip. Since I'm using it 3 times a day, I do it right after my shower. I do it, right after my makeup, and I do it before I go to bed. I'm not going to dip in a whole bunch of times. because then you'll use more. I'd like it to last a little while, maybe a month. So, how does that look? So I didn't get no powder on the things. That's good. So let's get the 5X mirror. So do y'all think that looks good? It vents out the wrinkles a little bit more. Or so let's, I think that's about it. So I'm going to put my shirt on and make my intro, and you will see the final look on the, well, you already saw it because it'll be on the intro. And I'll see y'all later. Be sure and like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. If you watched this far, leave a purple heart or just anything purple in the comments, like a eggplant or something. And we'll see you next time. If you want me to try another look with this other one, if we can get this green business going a little bit better, you know, leave me a comment and we'll do it. Okay. Bye-bye.